Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and we are on week 7 of the Pantry Challenge. Pantry Freezer Challenge, using what we have at home. Thanks to Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead. You can catch all the links down below. If you click on the hashtag Three Rivers Challenge, then it'll take you to all the other inspirational videos and challenges, or videos and channels out there that of people that are participating. It's a January-February challenge that she does. Some people just do it January, some people do it both months, some people do it for a couple weeks. I'm doing it for both months. So far so good. It's been going great. You can watch the other videos. Real quick, get this out of the way. We are giving away, what is going on here? We are giving away a vintage cookbook in the month of February, at the very end of February. But what you need to do in order to get put in the drawing for this is you need to like the video and comment down below with an emoji. You can leave a nice comment also, but there has to be an emoji in there, and then I will know that you want to be entered in for the cookbook. If you don't want to be entered in the cookbook, just leave me a nice message, and that's fine. This cookbook is from 1948. New recipes for good eating. There's some good recipes in here. I'm just going to tell you right, what is back here? Oh Lord. Crisco with, so it's a Crisco book, but Crisco with white sauce. Oh, not with white, Crisco white sauce. Not bad. Creamed ham. Yum. Hot cross buns. It's like saying that. So anyway, cheese souffle, frizzled beef with scrambled eggs. Swiss steak. Oh, I'm making that for dinner night, but I didn't make this. Well, maybe I should look at this recipe. Very similar to what I'm doing. So anyway, if you want to get in the running for that, to be put in the drawing at the end of the month, leave an emoji down below in the comment section and like this video. I appreciate it, and I will definitely get you in that drawing. So, I think that's it. Let's see what we're going to come up with this week. I know I do have a few things going on. I know there's Valentine's Day. There's stuff like that going on. We have a couple dinners. I don't know how much I'm going to be cooking this week for a change, which is rare because if you watched all the other videos, I've done a lot. And again, I'll tell you a lot of our lunches. I don't do breakfast lunch to show you guys unless it's a special breakfast that I do on the weekends. Just because we eat 2 eggs every morning. Sometimes I will put some of my homemade salsa on there from what I've canned, or sometimes just hot sauce and cheese, stuff like that. Just using, I'm still using stuff up, but it's the same thing every day, you know, until it gets to the weekend. Our lunches for my husband and myself are leftovers, so I usually try to make enough for dinner to have leftovers for our lunches. And then he has sandwiches and stuff like that also. He's gone usually about a good 12 hours, so he'll get some leftover for lunch, a sandwich, banana, stuff like that. The whole purpose of this challenge is not to go to the grocery store as much as possible and to actually use what you have in your pantry, what you've canned from your freezer, refrigerator, whatever. I will say I've been very good. The only thing I've really had to go get is obviously my Coke Zero. And bananas for his lunch. I did go get some romaine lettuce the other, well, I got it from Flash Food because it was $5 for a whole box of it, so I've been working on that. So we've had a few salads in his lunch, stuff like that, or on his sandwiches. Is there anything else? I did get some sour cream because I was out of sour cream, and I gotta have sour cream because we do a lot of, usually Mexican something once a week, or I need it for a dip or something, you know. I think that's it. You can call me out if I did something else. I can't remember. So I do like about $20 every week of stuff, you know. I mean, also sometimes it's got cat treats in it, and that's not food. So, but I am going to the store or having it delivered. So yeah, we've been really working on leftovers and stuff, and there's been some where I've had a good amount of leftovers. I made them into lunches for the freezer, so I got them for later on in the next couple months. I can pull them back out because I don't want it to go to waste, and eat up the lunches. When I started this challenge, sorry, zippers down below, I did have like 3 of those type of lunches already froze in the freezer that I wanted to use up because they were from months before that, and I used them up and they were great and it was so exciting. I had a roast one, I had I think a burrito one or like a taco-y one, whatever. And then there was something else. I can't remember what it was. But oh, it was so good with my little side in there and everything. And my own little TV dinner I made. So, it's the little things, you know. Anyway, enough rambling. We'll get started on our week and see what we come up with this week and what I'm going to be cooking and maybe baking and stuff like that. Just so you know, I created a monster with my husband. He's liking cookies every once in a while now. Oh, dang it. Cheers. Tonight I got like a pound or a pound and a half probably burger that I got out of the freezer that was from the way back. It was stuck in this bin. So there's some burger recipes coming up here. But it's well over a year old. Probably a good 14 months old. So, because I couldn't get this bin to move in the freezer. And finally I realized I took stuff out around it and it finally moved and I could get the burger out. So anyway, I'm cooking that up. Sometimes when things are older in the freezer, you know, you got to put a lot more spice with it and stuff. Sure, it tastes fine. It's fine. But I'm putting some onions with that. I'm going to do like a chili, but a skillet chili. So it's not going to be like in a bowl really chili. So we're going to get some corn out of the freezer that I want to use up and stuff like that. So let's see how this turns out. Okay, so I also have these peppers that are in the fridge. They've been in there for a long time, but they're still going pretty good. But they're getting a little wrinkly. I'm going to use just one or two of them up because I think they're getting hot now. They're turning colors. So I'll use one of each and put the other two back in the fridge, and we'll use them up at a different time. But they're shrivelly. They're still fine. They're good to cook with everything else. So that's what I'm going to put in with my onions now. Okay, I'm going to put in, oh goodness, a little bit of garlic. Now you can put beans in this, but I don't really have any beans because when you eat low carb, you really don't have that stuff. I should go get, oh, I need to go get some of my jarred tomatoes. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go get those. Okay, we're gonna use a jar of my canned, it says hot, we'll see, Rotel tomatoes that I made, out of breath, had to go downstairs, from April. That in there. It's not going to be too hot. We'll get some my frozen corn from August in here. I won't use it all. Good. Put the rest back out in the freezer. Okay. Okay, we're going to add in some chili powder. I'm just going to empty that in there. Got to refill that anyway. Let me see if I have any, like, I do. Let's do a little bit of oregano. Seal that back up. Gotta turn up the heat a little bit here. I'm gonna add in some salt. Over your shoulder for luck. Light on the pepper. Normally I like a lot of pepper, but I'm not sure how hot these Rotels are and how hot those other peppers are that I was cooking up here. Also going to add a little cumin in here. I love cumin. If you wanted to add, I'm going to add cheese now, but if you wanted to add rice, cauliflower rice, you could do that. Like I said, you could add the beans. If you did rice, I would do like another cup of water or so, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to just serve this with some sour cream, and I think I have a few green onions still left, so I might chop one up and put that on top. Hope this isn't too hot. So I'm getting the sour cream out. There, it's like a chili skillet meal. Look how good that looks. I'm so excited about this, actually. All right, there it is. It looks so good. Okay, you guys. First of all, don't mind how I look. It's night time soon. But anyway, this was so good. I emptied it. Look at that. Empty. It was so good. Very filling. I'm so excited that I got to use, okay, so there was a hint of spice to it, but not bad. Like the sour cream was perfect on it. It was really good, like very flavorful. So I'm so excited. I just love this challenge. So, I can't wait for my husband to try it. But I don't know if it was from my Rotels or from those peppers that I put in. I don't know, because now I used them both, so who knows. But it might be from the peppers that I put in, because they were turning, right? And not quite for sure how my Rotels turned out, you know what I mean, as far as spice, but thought they'd be spicy. Excuse me. It was good. Let me fix my hair. Okay, anyway, I wanted to tell you that I was very happy with how it turned out. It's very good, and the best part is I have a lot left over, so we can have them for lunches again. And if there's a little bit left over, I might put one freezer meal away. That's how you get things also for your lunches for future Rachel, when she needs a lunch and she comes home and she wants something quick so she can get her nap in before she goes back to work. That's what future Rachel looks forward to on her lunches. So anyway, I just want to tell you, thumbs up. All right, so we are going to make an onion dip tonight. That's going to go in the crock pot, where it's, if you're watching this now, it's going to be later, but this is for the Super Bowl. So it's just my husband and myself. We're just hanging out on a Sunday. But I did get some thick cut bacon, which I'm a little disappointed. It's more like, I know it's from a fresh pig, and this was, I think, a year old in my freezer from last year's bacon. But my God, these were like, this is ridiculous. So anyway, I did the best I could with it. But this is like all fat. So I thought I would put this in with the onions while I'm cooking these up. This was a large onion. I just diced it up. I have bacon already cooked up. And we're going to get all this together and put it in the crock pot for a couple hours on low and get that going. It's just going to be a dip that we're going to use with regular Ruffles or crackers, Ritz crackers, stuff like that. You can use it with that. I know. Don't judge me. It's not low carb. I'm owning it. We're eating whatever the hell we want right now. And then I'm making chicken wings. So those will be coming up here shortly, but you know, there's nothing exciting about them. They're just chicken wings, but I have them in the freezer. All the stuff I already had. The bacon I pulled out of the freezer, so that's why I thought we'd do that. Or that's why I thought we'd do this, and I have plenty of onions. And like I said, like the chicken wings, I'm going to pull, they're already out, they're thawed out, so I just got to cut them up, get them on the cookie sheet, decide what I want to baste them in, and get those in the oven, and then we will have our just little finger foods for dinner tonight. We have plenty of leftovers in the fridge if we need more. I'm also making cookies, so we're just going to have couple appetizers, eat some cookies, and enjoy our Sunday evening at home. Alright, so I put a little bit of butter in there also. And then I'm going to put in like tablespoon, oh, that went well, tablespoon of brown sugar. Some salt, roll my shoulder for luck, pepper. I just got it on a medium heat. We're going to cook this up for a couple minutes till these get nice and soft. Gosh, moving them all over the place. Yummy. This looks so good already. Right at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic in here. Oh, I'm just going to add the rest as well. The jar is down. Better be worth it. Let it go for another minute, then we're going to start assembling it in the crock pot and let that go. We need some sour cream and cream cheese. And then I got to cut off this bacon to put that in at the end here. Okay, so we are going to put in 1 cup of sour cream. I'm going to call it good with that. Can't give up all my sour cream yet. 8 ounces of cream cheese that I softened in the microwave because I forgot to get it out. So, in my microwave, it takes about 45 seconds. Get it nice and soft. We're just gonna mix it up. There we go. Okay. All right, so I need a can of Rotel. I don't know if this is going to be too soupy or not. I'm only going to put half. This is my canned Rotel. No, I don't want it too soupy. Put in a little bit more. That's it. I can use the rest of that on eggs. But we don't want it too soupy. Okay, we got to put in some shredded mozz. Oops, let me get that out of the fridge. And 2 cups, that is a full thing. Let's stir this in. And we'll put in the onions and stuff here shortly. See my cute little crock pot my husband got for me. So I have 11 crock pots, now I have 12. I never had a single 2-quart. I have a 2-quart where it's the little dippers where it's 2.5 quarts. But then I feel like I have to get out the whole thing and I can't just, you know what I mean, when I just want to make one dip for and it's just him and I. And then I have like a 3 or a 4-quart one, but that's too big sometimes. And so I was talking about it, and then he surprised me with this. And I'm super excited. You know, that's I'm like, oh, we're going to use it for this. Okay. I'm going to put all this in there. Onion mixture. Oh my god, this looks good. Almost like a, kind of like a French onion dip. That's why I'm thinking it's going to be really good with ruffles. Yum. Okay, I got all the cheese in there. I got the tomatoes, mozzarella, brown sugar. I think we're good to go. And now we are going to, oh, bacon, duh. All right, so we're going to put this really thick bacon in there. It's almost like ham at this point. All right, I think we're good to go. It's gonna mix up. We're gonna put it on low for 2 hours. 1.5, 2 hours, whatever. If you need it before then do it. I'm super excited about it. All right, I mean high on 2 hours. Okay, so we are going to make some cookies right now. My husband's kind of been, I think, spoiled by me making some desserts weekly, and he's been liking them. So the other day he made a comment, he's like, so do we have any cookies or anything? All right, so, yes. So he's working right now, he'll be home shortly. So I thought I don't have any chocolate chips left, you guys, nothing. But I have plenty of cake mixes, I have plenty of flour, sugar. I do have a little bit of butterscotch chips left, but I'm going to leave those for right now. But I do have caramels. Like this bag of caramels, because I had Instacart bring me some, I wanted like, I don't know what they're called. I don't even know what they're called. They're like a caramel candy thing. Anyway, for a friend of ours he was retiring, I was going to give it to him as one of his little gifts, and they didn't grab it. They grabbed these instead. So now I'm stuck with all these caramels. Well, I think Chris ate like a couple of them. But anyway, so I'm going to chop these up, use them in a chocolate cake mix to make some cookies, and I don't have any chocolate chips, but I do have, travel with me as I'm cooking bacon over here, this, the Baker's semi-sweet chocolate. I have 2 boxes of it. So, I'm trying to put you down here, hold on. I think I just chopped up the 1 box, and I think I used like 2 squares out of it or something. So it wasn't a full box. But I'm not going to use the other one. I'll save this up there in case I need it for something else. But in the meantime, I chopped up the chocolate. We're going to use those as chocolate chips. It's the same thing, semi-sweet, and I was going to use semi-sweet in the thing anyway. So in the recipe, I just didn't realize I was totally out of chocolate chips. So we're going to use some of those. We're going to cut up the caramels into like 4s size of chocolate chips, and use a chocolate cake mix, and we're going to make some caramel chocolate cookies. Let's do this. You can see the chocolate is all cut up. I'm going to use all that chocolate, so even the little shavings are going to go in this. Okay, so we're going to put chocolate cake mix in. Really, you could probably get away with any cake mix. Doesn't matter. We're going to do 2 eggs. Third cup of oil. Mix it up. You obviously could use a hand mixer. You could do it by hand, but you know what? My KitchenAid sits right here. I'm going to use this. Okay. All right, so we're going to do, that's good enough. I can cut up more caramels, so I'll cut up more caramels in a little bit. I'm going to put all these caramels in, but we also want to put some on top when we're ready. So I'll do those and pretty much most of the chocolate. But I'll leave a little out. Alright, so that is that. We are going to put it in the refrigerator for about a half hour. So I'm going to stick it in there for about a half hour, and then we'll make our cookies. We do at the end sprinkle with more caramel if you have it. If you don't, you don't. It doesn't matter. Or more of the chocolate. But definitely a little bit of coarse salt on top is going to be so kicker for this. So that's what I'm scooping them up and putting them on the silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, use parchment, especially because you're working with caramel. It will be ugly if you don't. That caramel will stick to these pans. I don't care how non-stick it is. It's ugly. I'm just going to continue to do this, put little balls on here, and then we'll top them with fresh caramel or chocolate or whatever we have when we're doing it, whatever we got left chopped up, and then we'll put some coarse salt on them, and they are going to be so good. So $3.50 for about 7-10 minutes or so. Keep an eye on them. You don't want them to burn. So I'm going to start them at 7 and then see how it goes. Just getting these all up here. Add to some of them. I wonder if I can fit another row. We'll see if I fit another row here in a minute. I'm going to get them all laid out first, and then I'll see if I need to rearrange. Alright, so I topped them with the extra caramel and the chocolate, and they're going to go in the oven. No, biscuits. And then when they come out, we'll sprinkle them with some salt. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle some coarse salt all over them. Let them set for a few minutes, and then they are done. We can put them on the cooling rack. No, biscuits. Okay. You guys, this dip is so good. It's so sweet and yummy and oniony. Is so amazing with chips. You need to try it. Here's the wings, half eaten already. Okay, so for tonight's what's for dinner, we are totally going anything I have in my pantry, okay? Because last night I ate out with a friend for dinner. Tomorrow night is Valentine's Day. We ate out on Saturday for an early Valentine's Day dinner. That was a fancier one, and now we have, so we've been eating some of the leftovers that for breakfast and stuff like that. We've had a lot of leftovers that we've been using up. So, I'm gonna use my beef cubes that I've canned. I think it was a beef roast or something like that. And then, I already opened this by accident here. My Sloppy Joe mixture, which is very good, just so you know. Sloppy Joe I did in September of 22, and my beef cubes are from March of 23. I was going to get out some ground beef. I didn't even think about it this morning. Totally forgot. Ground beef out of the freezer and cook that up. I didn't. I got home and I thought, well, I could grab it out now and defrost it. And I thought, you know what? I got beef cubes. I got something beefy downstairs, right? So I went down and got the beef cubes. And when you can meat, it is so soft and just easy to break up. It's so wonderful. So I'm just going to break that up. We're going to have beef cubes in the Sloppy Joe sauce. And I got out some, I have some hamburger buns, low carb hamburger buns that were in the freezer. I just took out 3 so we wouldn't overeat. And we're just going to, they're thawed out now. I took them out about an hour ago. Put the rest back in the freezer. And we're just going to have a light dinner tonight because we're going to have a big dinner tomorrow night. So that is all. But I will show you once I get it cooked up and you can see what the final product looks like. So anyway, that's our dinner tonight from the pantry, from my canned stuff. So excited. Alright, so look how easily the canned beef breaks up. So this was like a roast that I cut up and canned. Look at that, how beautiful that is. So easily. You could also add some flour to it or whatever you want to make a roux, and then do some like a gravy with it if you want to. But I'm going to put in the Sloppy Joe mix. And I am not going to add anything to it because I kind of pre-tasted the sauce and it's amazing. It's just like my normal sloppy joes. So I'm just going to heat it through. I'm going to go over some buns. And I might put a little mozzarella cheese on it, and that's it, and it's done. Got a creeper here. How you doing? Come on, say hi. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oops. Messier than I thought. Our sandwiches, quick and easy. Okay, so tonight we're going to make Swiss steak in the crock pot. I have cube steaks here that I've been thawing out in the fridge, and I got these back in August of 22. So that's another thing from the back of my freezer. So I'm super excited, and it's going to be easy crock pot recipe. Now, traditionally, okay, so this is cube steaks I'm going to be using, but I'm going to cut it in smaller pieces. And you would normally flour it. I'm not going to flour it. I'm just going to put my seasonings on it. We're going to do some onions, and we're going to do some tomatoes, canned tomatoes that I have already. Probably get away with smaller pieces too. Zipper. Kid. Cut them up in more edible sized pieces for us. I'm going to leave that one like that. It's kind of awkward, weird. Right. Oh my god. I'm going to smack this kid. He keeps throwing all my stuff on the floor. My glasses are on the floor, and it's not Zipper. It's this kid. Don't. Zipper just wants the meat. Sorry for all the distractions. I'm trying to get this in the crock pot so I can get back to what I'm doing. Just gonna do a little salt. I don't think he hasn't been fed, because he has. I'll put in a little bit more. Do you want a piece of this? Is this what your problem is? I'll give you a little bit. Jeez. That'll be enough. Put that to the side for you. I can hear you, and so can everyone else, so you gotta wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna chop up a medium onion and throw that on top, and then get a can of tomatoes and some Worcestershire sauce. Okay, so I just sliced up whatever onion I had. I even got some with a little green growing in it. Thank God you can't hear Zipper upstairs having a tantrum now. Doing the curdling calls. All right. Okay, we're going to throw this in there. I'm going to throw a can of tomato sauce in. get my Worcestershire out somewhere in this cupboard. Let's see, all the way to the back. Now I'm going to put a little bit of, why not have this filled? I'm going to put garlic powder in, but I got to go fill it. So instead I'll just do a little bit of onion powder, even though we got onions in here. A little extra. And that is it. I'm going to set it. I'm doing it on high because I didn't do it at lunchtime. So, and I got some stuff I want to get done tonight. So I'm setting this tonight for 4 hours on high. Could be 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours on high. So if not, you do it on low for, you know, about 7 hours or so, 7 to 8. Okay, there is dinner. I just did a small piece out of the crock pot, put the sauce. I did make some boxed mashed potatoes because I have an open box of mashed potatoes, probably from Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. There's like a half a box left, so I just did a quick little version of it. Probably shouldn't be eating it. I know I shouldn't be eating it, but screw it. I don't care. Anyway, so there it is. Yay. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Got some meal ideas. I know there was a couple days we ate out. Then I had a lot of leftovers to eat up. So I will tell you the onion dip recipe you need to make. We ate it all. We ate it all week long with celery, with all kinds of stuff. Ate it in our lunches. I ate it for my lunch when I came home. It was so good. My husband said, you need to keep this recipe around. It was so good. Yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and leave an emoji in the comments down below if you want to be entered for the vintage cookbook that will happen at the end of February, as long as you watch all, I think I'll have 4 videos. Anything with the hashtag threeriverschallenge for February on my videos. So there should be 4 videos, I think. You'll have to watch, leave an emoji to be entered, and we will get you in there. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, leave some comments, and we'll see what I come up with this next week. I think I should be pretty clear this next week coming up. I think there's one night. Not sure. Okay. Cheers.